know much, but I know it sounds like a devil hierarchy.
Of which is more confusing than most mortals can comprehend.
That is the purpose of it. Every single position seems, when told, to be the most important one.
Although he did infuse our minions with some power, that indicates that he is working for someone very powerful.
I see. That is most intriguing. You are indeed Thorn's favorites.
Zacharias smiles.
I see now why he entrusted you with so much information.
We are, of course, always at the Father's beck and call. His work is great, and it is a great joy for us to enact it.
Yes, that is truth.
One Zacharias like grinding his teeth mentally for saying that.
If Zuri's had a message spell, you would get so many comments right now. But you'll bluff.
If I may be of any further use, feel free to call upon me. My own work is lightly prepared. When you move, the city will be full of rats.
See.
Zacharias looks over to him. I suppose it would be too much to ask of you to perhaps not infect some of our minions that are working in the city.
I have looked upon this disease, and I would not myself have the ability to decide such. Once released, it is as an entity, where every single part of it has a hive mind, if you will. It infects as will through air, wounds, water, or any other means. It can lay dormant for as long as it pleases and then kill in an instant. It has its own goal of wiping out all life. It trembles a bit. It is truly horrific.
It is what the daemons are known for.
So basically, don't establish any of your damn organizations in this city because, gosh darn it, they're gonna be wiped out, and Void Senate is now history. Damn it!
Well, no, the thing is, it's going to spread.
Well,
I do not think the biggest cities are the worst place to be. There are divine magic here that can combat it somewhat. Compare that to the small towns and small villages in the heartland. They will be struck the hardest. That is where I've sent the most strains.
Delicious. It seems that the void will soon be filled with the sound of 1,000 screams.
Moans, groans, and suffering. Pleas for healing that will not be answered.
Indeed. We will see to that, most definitely.
Well, so the Father's wicked work be done, then.
The Christ nods. Good. Then we have some dark dwarves to try to charm, I suppose.
But first, I have something to speak to your brother Thane.
Thanks to old man. Yes, you may ask your questions now.
This is more of not direct to our mission, but as a personal to the cause. I have I have minions who each carry the ability to use, well, some form of divine magic, if not are able warriors in defending those of their faith. I wish to get their abilities to be better integrated in a way that could unroot the Mithran Church, infiltrate it, if you will.
She says, that is not an easy task. I would know.
But, as I thought, you would be the best one if I wanted to try such a task.
She says, in this city, that would be foolhardy. It is too well entrenched, too well set up. Amateurs would be discovered immediately, and they would talk. It is not a question of will. It is simply impossible to resist.
Would you have somewhere better for me to get them integrated?
Sort of, you see sort of a glint in his eye. If you have a significant number, then a rather obvious way seems to appear.
And your idea?
You are going to end an order of the Mithran Church. What if some of these were to survive? The veil is much cut off from the rest of the church. Jealousy plagues them. In this way, not many know actual members outside of the veil. If some were to escape, although it might be hard to sell at first, if you are able to stop the bloodthirsty monsters from ripping the city apart, something such as that could be done. Bring your people send them as the survivors of such an attack, held as captives of some such, until freed by the power of Mithra. Says a little sarcastic tone of voice. Then perhaps you could be seen as the remnants of a destroyed divine order. For what purpose? That is not mine to question, but this is the only real way I can see for such a thing.
A delicious but definitely plausible way of getting this to work.
It is difficult, but the risk is so much the less.
And the reward could be invaluable.
At first, not much trust will be given. They have, of course, failed at their mission. However, if they prove useful in doing what they're asked to do, then perhaps they will be given more trust. Who knows when having them turn would be useful? They will, however, be expected to have quite a bit of knowledge of this religious faith. If the veil in the attack is destroyed, if the city of Sanctum is burned down, that might make it hard to do research.
It should be possible to find a way to do this.
If you would then send them to the library, make them read, teach them about Mithra and the way. If infiltration is something you wish, that is most difficult. However, I suppose if our plan works, in the long run it could be valuable.
Setting them up as a remnant or survival of the cult might also explain some doctrinal changes inside that cult. We could, bend it to our will. Is of course that is of course the fact when we establish it. But
You're very far from your microphone, I think, Jonas.
better.
Much better.
Okay.
Yes.
And as we make these changes, we can slowly deroot what we are hunting down.
Yeah, we if the order is to grow, we need to take in new recruits and
It will grow.
yeah, well, you would probably need some form of multi-tiered recruitment and initiation system, leaving the actual the actual work, the actual purpose of this cult, only to those actually in control of it.
I already have this planned. Do not worry.
Sakura shrugs. Very well then.
You notice he pulls out a scroll, which is clearly quite long.
I told you, it will be dangerous, but it will be a way to explain the frequency of divine ability.
I think I could handle this.
Ordinarily, your people would have to work for 10 years or more under the guise of a church as free workers, repairing roads, creating bridges, fishing for the poor. Is not really anything that would be valuable in the long run.
Was that how
This is a way to cheat the system. They would already be anointed. Of course, there are the details of how to explain this and how to acquire the... He should have stopped himself. There are many things to be thought through. However, I have no doubt that you are capable of such. If you need any further aid, I will do what I can. However, I will not put my name on this. My position is too precarious for me to go too heavily into anything.
I understand.
I am in the lion's den.
I will not force you to put your neck on the line. Only ask for your advice if it's needed.
It is not my neck I am worried about. The Father already has my soul. It is the cause that I do not wish to bring in jeopardy. Were I to be exposed now, many things would be problematic. Thorn has granted me with this responsibility, and I shall not disappoint.
Neither shall we.
I have no doubt.
I thank you for this help.
I always give the aid I can. And in honesty, I must say I rather like you. I am glad the Father has chosen such servants.
It is
Likewise, some of the servants of the Father has been rather grating upon our self-control, let's say.
He smiles. Perhaps in time the Father will grant you release for such feelings.
Zacharias sighs and imagines Theodora being like, I don't know, thrown into a sea of bunyips.
Azurius has some rather different ideas, but that will do.
I think we all have. Kyron, it's like...
Do you have any further questions? I will give you what answers I know.
I don't know. Unless there is anything else you can tell us about the Veil or its defenses, I, for one, do not have any more questions.
So, looks to the rest of you.
Everything I need is sorted for now.
Cash says she does not have any questions.
Aaron just looks bored.
I got nothing.
Silent Marcus is silent.
Yeah.
It looks like we have nothing else to ask of you. Thank you for your aid, brother.
No, I thank you, servants of the Father, not of the Ninth.
Zacharias nods and says, very well, let's see if we can charm some dark dwarves, shall we? Perhaps Trick has returned to the manor with some guests.
Multiple, if preferable.
sort of nods. As I will return to my duties as a priest. Dull as they may be,
Oh,
is for the cause.
yeah, so I think this town will become quite more livelier the coming months.
Not in a pleasant way, I imagine.
Let's hope not.
So I will have to get rather close to the strain.
I am sure the blessing of hell is upon you, brother.
And let us all hope and pray. He seems rather sort of unnerved by the thought of it.
I can imagine. I'm happy we didn't have to go through that, although we are kind of immune to it.
Like we have the luck that we're immune.
So give it the bottle, damn it! Just throw it out the window. There we go.
We could drink the entire vial.
Yeah, just to gobble it down.
Not something you want to pour in the ocean. Just know that it's there.
Yep.
Waiting intelligently, moving.
Just slowly taking over the entire world as the currents drift it.
Put it on 1,000 rats and send them out to town.
Great. Now I'm just thinking of like finding an entire nest of like birds and just migration season here.
Give it to the phoenix.
Well, you do know, he just told you, it's intelligent. It will do such by itself, maybe.
Yeah. Mind controls
We're just-
and-
we're just-
And then it wants to end itself. Or
So we're
kill
giving
him.
we're giving a virus an ideas basically.
Yep.
It is intelligent, highly intelligent, independent, very evil, and it has a hive mind capable of telepathic sort of communication, instant communication between all units, all infections.
Yeah, I hope that Thorn knows what he's doing, because releasing that is not something I would do.
On the bright side, if the whole world
No.
ends,
It
and
really
everyone,
is. It really is a doomsday weapon. Like
in case of
Maybe Thorn is
emergency,
actually a triple agent. Maybe he was like Mithras priest and then Asmodeus priest, and now he's worshipping some demon god who wants
Yeah.
to kill everything.
exactly.
Damon.
He's like worshipping. I don't know. Yeah, Daemon. Maybe he is like the pestilence guy. I can't remember his
Horseman.
name. Yeah, yeah. He's actually a horseman worshipper.
Uh,
I mean, it's possible.
Maybe he is a horseman.
He is that'd be quite a fun one. He's actually Apollyon.
Yeah, he's actually Apollyon.
What? Napoleon?
No, Apollyon.
Apollyon,
Oh.
the horseman of pestilence.
Horseman of Pestilence, yeah. By now you'd most likely be completely bloated. Full of pus dripping out of
He could be the only Daemon, the one that seems to be the one that is rumored to be locked in the heart of Abdon.
Could
Who
be.
knows? Maybe.
Well, I think we're done here.
Yeah.
Now, time for Zeus to leave and wash all this makeup off.
I think now we're going to take a 5-minute break. It's midnight.
Okay.
Afterwards, I suppose you'll go look for Dwargar.
Yes.
When you come back to the manor, Trick has indeed captured 3 dwarves,
Wonderful.
who are now unconscious and bound and gagged. Although it doesn't seem like they struggled at all.
Oh.
Do they know any card games?
Kyron doesn't know.
I think, to be honest, that Trick
If
has.
Kyron wanted to find a dwarven club, he could certainly find one. There are many in this town, near the city.
Fine.
There's one in the Gold Quarter, for banking dwarves. It
You
is
know,
known to be
but
quite horrible, this place.
Did we ask Timian if he wanted like any reward or anything? He has, fought beside us quite a lot.
Did, but he did answer that the
Oh, he wanted to see his homeland, right?
he wanted to
Yeah.
at some point see Valentine remade or reformed.
Let's.
Well, we're planning on reforming it anyway. One day.
We should probably ask Trick as well. He has certainly, outdone his brother. He's actually a.
We should scry on him one day and just have a conversation.
Well, each time Catchers talked to him about his brother, he's just said, I don't have a brother.
Good.
He seems very determined on the fact that his brother died,
He has.
killed by the witch.
Yeah, he has risen above the betrayal of his former companions. If he wants some reward, we should consider it.
I think he should have a reward.
Trickle answered that he's not really sure what he wants right now.
I only want
Like
you,
to
Lady Cat.
keep it in hand. Yes, he says it might be that he finds something he would like at some point.
Sure. He can have a boon, a standing boon if he wants anything.
Into the seas.
I kind of feel unsure about that, but okay.
I mean, it's in our power to just say no.
Sure, okay.
We haven't. We will say that we will consider a request
Hmm. Yeah.
in the most favorable light we can.
No, it's not like I fear it. It's just he is the trickster.
Yes.
And to think about something he could want. He doesn't feel a need to charm you or rush you in any way. Doesn't need to compliment you. You don't understand.
Right. Break time.
Sure. 5 minute break.